Hey there, guys. Um, some years ago, I used to do something like this, and decided I'm going to start it up again as one of my growth plans for this year. Those of you who used to watch apps and extensions, probably about 6 years ago, would recognize that I'm more or less going to be showing software that I'm using in the classroom, or that I would like to use in the classroom, as it pertains to Google. Some will be the extensions, apps, and others will be websites. I thought I would share today, however, something that I sort of got inspired after seeing some teachers that I worked with when I was in Anzac getting really into Bitmoji. And I thought to myself, well, Google could probably do that. And I came up with this concept called a Google Skin. Let me tell you why first. I found out that my Google Classrooms, they were just getting too large. You take a look right here, and I'm going to show you the one that I had from the previous year. And what had happened was we would end up having these massive, long Google Classrooms. Okay, you go in through here, and it was just goes on and on and on and on forever. You click view more. So as the year got by, it was harder for kids to be able to find work, especially if there was stuff that they were behind in. So what I decided instead was to create a graphic user interface for the kids, and I started to call them Google Skins. And let me just show you one of the ones that I'm using this year with my students. Okay, so one of the ones I'm using this year with my students is this one right here. Now, this one is based upon GameCraft and ClassCraft. We were working through learning about maps in class in grade 5, so I thought to tie the skin to this. So here are a bunch of links to some of the major areas that we're doing: social, battlegrounds for LA, math night. We even have a key here in a couple of spots. So when I tell the kids they need to go to the LA battleground, it opens them up to this here. And on this side here are some common links, but these here are links actual to Google Classroom. Now here's the cool thing. If I say to the kids I want them to go in and check with their writing, let's just go to our writing rules. You'll notice that you don't get the full Google Classroom experience. You just get the stuff with writing rules. Okay? You just get the stuff with writing rules. Let's just try another one. We're going to go back, and let's just try Caves of Science. And in Caves of Science, let's just do a Google Classroom Battle Quest, and it brings us straight to just the science section of Google Classroom. As you can see here, just the science section activities in our Google Classroom. Now, kids can still access the full Google Classroom by clicking classwork. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff there, and it's only the 1st of November. Okay? But by having that access, you're able to get to these here, which isolates the rest of the Google Classroom. Now, I've done a couple of these. One of the ones that I've done here is one for myself with all of my main links, and they'll bring me to other things such as any workshops that I've gone to. Whoops. They'll bring me to other things such as any workshops that I've gone to, anything that I need in the morning as soon as I come in, or for planning. I even have links to reporting that I'm watching a video in my classroom. I have links to websites for worksheets that I normally access instead of going through this massive list of bookmarks. Some of them go on for maybe 10 years. I also created one of these skins that access sounds for the classroom, especially where I'm doing classcraft. For example, if the kids are doing something and they're coming back from gym, and a host of others. Now, I'm just going to click settings to show you what this is all about. This is really nothing more than a Google slide. just show you how easy it is to make one of these. Well, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to go into your Google Drive. You're going to click New and choose a slide. Give it a title. I'm just going to give this a title, My LA, for right now. And I'm going to put down testing, just so I know I can delete it later. I'm going to create a background. I'll delete these things here. I'm going to put a background in here. The first thing I'll do is I'll download one, and I'll choose background. I can either browse, I can look for some Google images, so I'm just going to put down bookshelf. You can do penguins, you can do a whole host of things, but I think bookshelf would be okay. And I like this bookshelf. I'm going to click insert. Now, the good thing about using the Google stuff, you know it's copyright safe. The next thing is I'm just going to put in a simple title, insert word art, and I'm going to call this LA Today, and click enter. And I will put it somewhere on here. Okay, I'm going to try to fill that in so I can see it a bit better, and maybe even put a shape in behind it so I'm able to see it through the books. Now, as you see here, I can't see this. I can right click and choose order, and when I do that, I can send that to back, and now my stuff is in front, and change the color to something that attracts. Next, I want to put up a shape to block this, because I don't want anything on the bottom to be able to take anybody away. So I'm going to put in a shelf, a shape. I'm going to put in a shape. I'm just going to cover this over like that and make it transparent. Choose color, transparent, and boom. We do that because sometimes if you have two or more slides like this, it sort of lurches itself forward if you click on backgrounds. Now we right click again, and we're going to link this, but we're going to link it back to itself so that if anybody clicks on anything other than our links, it's going to go directly back to here. The next part is just basically put in some links. Let's imagine now I wanted to put a link in that goes to this right here, free and scary sound effects. So I copy this, I click copy, come back to that slide, I'm going to insert text box and put down sound effects. Again, a little hard to see. Let's put a shape there to help us. Insert shape. And put that to back. And we want the sound effects to have a link to them. We highlight, we come up to our link button, and we put in the address for this. So we copy this, we come back to our slide, and we go and put that in. Now this is giving this a live effect. The last thing you have to do is to grab the address for this to share. Well, how I do it is I choose the publish to web option. We go file, we click share. We're going to share with others. Cancel that. We're going to go file, we're going to go share, and we're going to go publish to web. We're going to choose start it over, start as soon as the person plays. Okay, and we're going to click publish, and it's going to give us this link. Now, this link is what we're going to email or put in Google Classroom for kids. Okay, so we can choose any of these things here. I'm just going to choose my class email and send it to myself. When I went to my email, I clicked the link and just watch. Nothing else is clickable. No distractors, no nothing. But when I click this, it brings me directly to that website, so that the kids have the links in a graphic interface. This could be great for kids who are having problems when they're reading. It could be great for kids you want to do a theme with, but this will allow you to be able to create these very quickly and easily. This is Len Oliver for Educational Technologies Corner, and hopefully we'll make it to an episode 2.